toast to their career.
The perfect combination, boy.
Him hard, legends in the South.
This is sports fans' only home for the hottest sports show around. These guys are on fire.
You're now listening to KJ and Shawn Mack. Now let's talk some damn sports.
Thanks for tuning in. Sports fans only. See Andy back with another video. If you like the content, hit the like button, subscribe. On deck this Saturday, November 20th, Terrence Crawford versus Shawn Porter. I call this heavyweight, welterweight matchup. Highly anticipated. 2021, this has been a really good year for boxing fans. We had Canelo, we had Fury, Wilder, Pac-Man, Usyk, a lot of good fights. Canelo fought a couple times, I think 3 times this year. But anyway, back to it. Shawn Porter's a very, very tough matchup. He's probably one of the toughest, roughest guys in the division. He definitely has a gas tank, trains with his father, Kenny Porter. So you got a battle of Kenny Porter versus Bo Mack being Terrence Crawford's trainer. Right now, I would say Porter, he's looking very, very sharp in training. Look like he's working on some things to try to offset Terrence Crawford's offense. Look like he's ready to set up the straight right hand, moving around the ring real well. I will say that in training, Porter, he always looks really, really sharp, and he has the stamina. But I will say that in the fight night, seemed like he smothers his punches a lot. That's not going to work against Crawford. He's not going to be able to smother his punches. Crawford's going to be looking to counter him. So Porter's going to have to he's going to have to bring it and really be sharp, not just in training, but in the ring. Also, I think I said great gas tank, great stamina. That could go for both guys. Terrence Crawford, I've never really seen him struggle with stamina or really breathing really hard. He's always on point. Shawn Porter, also, we know he trained up 9,000 feet elevation in the mountains with his father with the training. Right now, Crawford, I'm putting him, as of today, I have him at number 2 pound for pound. Definitely the best ring IQ. I have him number 2 next to Canelo. Canelo being number 1. Paulie Malignaggi, he disagrees. As of right now, he has Crawford at the number 1 pound for pound. I don't think you could put him above Canelo right now, but Crawford's right on his ass. He has the skill. Crawford could do a little bit of everything. Speed, power, switch hitter, tenacious defense. He's sort of like a mongoose. He gets to it, in and out, side to side, very ferocious. Doesn't really back up much. I don't think Porter's going to be able to push him to the back foot in this fight. This is going to be a really tough one, I think. So I just have to say, I think right now with the movement of Terrence Crawford, with his positioning right now, you know, he's going to fight Errol Spence a couple months back. Then before that, he was going to get the Manny Pacquiao fight. Both of those fights dissolved. So I think this is the fight that Terrence Crawford's going to really shine. I think Porter might be tailor-made for him and his style. He's going to, I would say this, kind of break it down a little bit, slow down. I think that against Errol Spence, Porter was right there. He could give him some trouble. Both of those guys were swinging a lot of power punches. Errol was trying to get to the body. Shawn was trying to counter him up top with the left, sometimes with the sweeping right hand. But in this fight right here, I'm looking at Terrence Crawford. With the speed, I think his speed is going to offset everything that Porter can bring to the table. I think that Porter's going to get hurt. I'm feeling by counter punches. I think in the beginning of the fight, Porter's going to really give him some trouble. But after the 6th or 7th round, Shawn Porter, he's not the same anymore. I think the last time I seen him knock somebody out or had a stoppage, I think it might have been Paulie Malignaggi. And I'm just looking at him. I don't think he's going to be able to hurt Crawford. He might be able to make him stumble or slip, whatever. But I don't think he's going to be able to hurt him or scare him enough to stop Crawford from unloading. So I'm thinking this is my pick. I'm going 11-round stoppage of Shawn Porter by Terrence Crawford. I just don't see him being able to get away from Crawford. Crawford is elite level, super level, and I think he has a lot to prove right now. I think I might have said months ago, that if he can get this fight in dramatic fashion, this would be the fight that'll give him, I think, the bargaining edge maybe over Spence. You know, sometimes it's like all about what you did for me lately. Spence, we know he had a great run, but as of right now, he's not active. He is in the gym training, but he's not active. So the next up would be Terrence Crawford, and I feel like people forget sometimes. So if he can win in dramatic fashion, I'm thinking that he'll be able to get maybe that 55-45 bargaining, or maybe 50-50 even with Errol Spence. So we'll see. But Paulie Malignaggi, he definitely feels that Porter's going to be able to bring it for a while, and he thinks that Crawford's going to win it late or maybe by 12 round. I'm going stoppage all the way. I just don't see him being able to stay to be able to survive. I don't think he'll have the strength to push Terrence Crawford back. So I think I'm going to leave it right there. I'll be back with more content. Like I said, if Crawford can win dramatic fashion, this will definitely set up that big fight, maybe for early in the year with Spence. Spence is back in the gym. We have to see where everything goes. And this is the battle of Bull Mac, Kenny Porter. So you like the content, hit the like button, share, subscribe. Sports fans only. Peace.